Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Fortizar. I've returned back to my ancestral homeland of EVE Online. It's been pretty much exactly a year since I took a break from the game, but I've returned and I've been looking back over some of my old EVE exploration videos. So today we'll be covering the Heron, the Alpha clone build Heron. This is going to be replacing my old video from 2019 regarding the build. This is better in every way, so let's take a little look of it, and I'll show you some video footage as well of some sites I ran in an hour, so you can easily pay this off if you're an alpha player. You don't need much money going into this build either. So all of these modules you see here are for alpha players. So first of all, we've got two small gravity capacitor upgrades. I will leave the full build down in the comments section or in the description, one or the other. So I've got two gravity capacitor upgrades. This is for your probe strength. So you get 10% per rig. Got two salvagers because you can't use any cloaking device at all on an alpha toon. So I've gone with two salvagers because, for one, just to fit the high slots. If you can't fit them, it's fine. But this is just like if you see any ships blown up along the way, you can salvage them. That's perfectly fine as long as you don't loot ships. You know, if the yellow, don't loot. If the blue, you can loot, kind of situation. But yeah, you can salvage ships and not have any issues. These are only Tech 1 salvagers, so you will have a very big issue trying to get any Tech 2 salvage from these. Yeah. Anyways, we've got the Sisters Expanded Probe Launcher. That is the most expensive thing on this ship. As of this video, it is currently 29 million. So you don't have to use the Sisters Expanded Probe Launcher. This is just for the extra probe strength you get from this. So you get another 10% which stacks with these, your rigs, and all of that good jazz. But you don't have to use the Sisters if you can't afford that. That's fine. You can use a Tech 1 Core Probe Launcher. Let's have a little, there we go. Core Probe Launcher. You can right click show info on these and then go to variations, and it will show you the different variations. So you can't use a Tech 2 if you're an alpha player because Tech 2 is for Omega. So yeah, like I said, if you can't afford straight away of buying Sisters Core Probe Launcher, just use the Core Probe Launcher one. It's absolutely fine. And that goes for the Sisters Core Scanner Probes. If you can't afford them straight away, it's fine, just use regular scanner probes. It's absolutely fine. So moving on to the mid slots. These are your money makers, your data analyzer and your relic analyzer. Now some people have a personal preference, they just want to do data sites. Or some people just want to do relic. Personally, I like to do a bit of both depending on what region I'm in. So I always have two fitted. So, and then we have your one scanning mid slot upgrade. Now you can use both of these if you want to remove a data or relic analyzer, if you want to just do one or the other, and then put a range finding array in your mid slot to replace one of these two. So what that does is scan strength bonus +5, so you can do that, and that will stack with the rest of your bonuses as well. So moving on down to the cargo scanner. This is for when you're in a site. You can just lock up one of your targets, i.e. your data or your relic structure, and you can scan it. And you can find out what contents is in, because some of them, when you hack them or whatever, they might actually be empty and have nothing in them at all. So yeah, it's definitely handy to have a cargo scanner. This is why I choose the Heron, because you got a nice healthy bunch of mid slots. So that is definitely a must to have on the ship if you want to save yourself a little bit of time. Moving on down here, we have a 5mm micro walk drive Tech 1. This is to get yourself about a little bit and get yourself back to gate or whatever. or Russian from different data sites. So moving on down to the lowers, we've got a nanofiber internal structure. This is just for so you get a little bit quicker movement speed. And we've got the core processor. This is a meta version of the Tech 1, so an alpha can use this. This is so you can fit the Sisters expanded probe launcher. Without this, you won't be able to fit this. But if you want to use the core launcher, Tech 1, you don't need the core processor fitted. It's just because this launcher is very CPU hungry. It's like 210 CPU. So that is it. That is this fit. It's all Tech 1. It's very cheap. Like I say, swap out the Sisters expanded pro launcher if you don't have 29 million at hand yet, which you may not. So, but this ship will, if you go out for an hour or two, this ship will pay for itself, and then you will be able to afford your Sisters expanded probe launcher. So if you found this video helpful, if you found this build helpful, leave a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel because I have a whole lot of EVE content coming through the pipeline. I'm going to go back and look on all my old stuff because EVE's changed a lot in a year and a bit since I've done my last videos for this. So I'm going to have new videos coming out soon on exploration and all of that good stuff.